This is the NFLX shares 1 month overview reading for the month of June 2023. It's currently April 25th, 2023, 11:56 p.m. Eastern Time. Netflix in the extended hours at the time of this reading is currently $322.76. That's USD. And the shuffle file for the June reading for Netflix was created on April 12th, 2023 at 11:22 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this file right here. So the overall theme and behavior for the month, we have a decline that increases with momentum moving forward in time. It's crossed, however, with a rally increasing with momentum moving forward in time. So for overall to the downside, but there'll be some points in here where we see, like, especially out of the low, probably a significant move to the upside. Behavior around the highest high, pretty straightforward. We have the completion card for the high, so the completion of a rally, and that would be a rally on like a multi-day kind of scale. Behavior around the low, we have a U-shaped dip that forms near the intersection of two perpendicular diagonal trend lines. Before we go any further, let's take a look at the 1 year, see how we're doing thus far. So we have, in January, we have a prominent high and a prominent low, and we have, as indicated on our reading with the green star and the red star, a prominent high and a prominent low. In January, off of the high, we decline from a prominent crest, February, from a prominent crest in February. So we have one in January and February, and we decline all the way into what appears to be a lowest low for the year here. Now, I have it at the end of February, but you have to give the 1 year's about 2 weeks wiggle room. So that puts it pretty much spot on, and its sequence of events is holding up quite well. Early March, we have opportunity to position oneself in both directions. You could have made money this way. You could have made money this way. And then there's a decline that offers opportunity to open up a long position. Long position takes us into April, where there's opportunity to open up a short position, and we should see some declining in the end of April. This is pretty solid, guys, especially pinpointing the lowest low here on the cusp of February, March. It's looking pretty good. So with that said, we should see a notable high, possibly a highest high yet in May, but more so in July we're going to see a highest high. Oh, and also in May, and then possibly in June. May and June, and then definitely in July we see another one. All right, back to the reading, guys. So we have quite a few trades. There's a day trade opportunity on the first, a day trade opportunity on the second, and a swing trade opportunity on the second. There's a lot of trades here that are looking pretty juicy. With that said, guys, I'll talk about the trades, the best trades that I see for the month in the paid version at the end of this video. If you're interested in supporting the channel with the paid version, the way that you do that is you go to our services, SO Meta Forecast, go down to monthly predictions, click to order, and you pick the ticker or the crypto that you're interested in subscribing for. You know, click on subscribe now, and that really supports the channel, my friends. If you're utilizing the Netflix reading regularly, it really is what you should do. It's the right thing to do, my friends. We're giving this stuff away for free, putting in a ton of work. You know, it'd be nice to see some recuperation or reciprocation, I should say. With that said, the most important part of the channel, guys, is the rule of karma. Make sure to follow the rule of karma. That's 5% of profits forward to one of these charities, 5% of the profits back to the channel, and that leaves you with 90% of the profits. To make sure you spend that out of love, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold from all directions, my friends. All right, so on the first, we have a holding pattern with a pop and drop. On the second, we most likely have our highest high here. There's a support level that's... there's a support level here that can be relied upon. No, I think there's probably something going on with... There's an important price level here, an important price level that we rotate along at, utilizing as support for a little bit. On the 5th, we have we have a prominent trough on a 1 month scale, and we have this move higher through resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through the same price level shortly thereafter. We probably open slightly lower on the 5th than we close on the 2nd, and then move higher, come back down. On the 6th, there's an important resistance level on a 1 month scale at least. Often these two cards are kind of toppy. We may see a highest high here as well. It's possible. I'm just going to mark that off. So we might have a highest high here because these two cards usually, they can indicate tops, especially the Ace of Swords in a lot of cases indicates a top. Sometimes the Princess of Wands indicates a top. With that said, the highest high correlation here is on the 2nd, so we might see it again or close to it or something along those lines. There's a lot of price movement on the 6th, allowing for one to open up a position in both directions if they wanted to, or more so place a trade in both directions, not necessarily open a position in both directions. But if you did, I'd say you'd close the long position on the 7th, you'd close the short position. I'll talk about it in the paid version, but that's kind of what I get into in the paid version to give you an example. So on the 7th, a rally. On the 8th, we have a decline through multiple support levels on a 1 month scale. On the 9th, a prominent trough midday and a bumping along resistance the majority of the day. Another significant amount of price change here on the 12th with a prominent crest on the cusp of the 12th, 13th. We sell off from that crest down to and through support, do a U-shape reversal below support, come back and reuse it as support, and then we have a prominent move on the 14th up to a crest opportunity there, and then we have a prominent move back down. There may be news about like a merger or an acquisition of some kind here, either that or it's like a pop and drop kind of behavior. With a rally into a crest at the end of the day. A rally probably goes into the following day, and then there's a halting of a bullish trend marked by a sharp decline through key support on the 15th. On the 16th, we have most likely location of a lowest low, out of which there's a sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a decline. Pretty bullish day there on the 16th, out of a low. I think probably we have either a gap down over the weekend into the 20th, the long weekend into the 20th, probably a gap down. If not a gap down, then we have a crest early on and we decline through multiple support levels there. But I think probably a gap down. Hard to say, but there's a lot of downward energy there. And then on the 21st, we have a sideways fluctuating decline that precedes a rally. I am advised not to chase that rally. The following day, there's a brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a decline through multiple support levels on a 1 month scale there on the 22nd. On the 23rd, we have a decline that increases with the momentum moving forward in time, as well as a big move to the upside, pushing the upper end of a range higher. So a lot of price change, probably a pretty big price swing here on the 23rd. We gap down over the weekend, or there's a significant decline early on the 26th, but I think we probably gap down with some sideways rotation. A couple day trade opportunities here on the 26th. Oh, also day trade opportunities on the 21st. But we established support on the 26th after a gap down, and we move significantly higher on a 1 month scale, and then we turn resistance on a 1 month scale into support. On the 27th, a lot of price movement, an improbable opportunity, an improbable like kind of chart behavior takes place there on the 27th. It looks like it's a notable move to the upside. On the 28th, we have an important resistance level that's highlighted, and volume kind of like flattens out there. We're sticking around the same resistance level on the 29th. We may see similar behavior, or we may see a slightly higher resistance level there, but we do have an prominent peak or crest there on the cusp of the 28th, 29th. And then on the 30th, we have a key technical price level that's it's important on at least a 1 year scale that's highlighted there on the 30th. with a trough at the end of the day and a significant move out of that trough. Looks like we have a higher high in July based on what I'm seeing here. There's a highest high and a decline off of that high in July. That's Netflix for June 2023. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Most importantly, my friends, make sure to follow that rule of karma. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.